Definitely you can make money as a comic artist in Malaysia because being a comic artist is basically an occupation very similar to any other occupations, like a doctor, engineer, lawyer. It's just that the only difference is that you draw cartoons for your clients as opposed that you treat your patients lah. The idea of creating content for people's entertainment has appealed to me so much. That's why as a kid I always thought about it. And most of my parents and my relatives, I remember telling them when I was 8 years old that I wanted to be a comic artist. My relatives saw that and they were like, "Can you make money, man?" Definitely you can, as long as you know how to market yourself out there. Imagine yourself like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs makes iPhones, right? He designed the iPhone. And you are designing your comics and that comic is your product and you have to believe in it. So as long as you believe in your product, you can get it out there. Social media, I would say, is a very, very important tool in today's time. Because if you imagine 20 years ago, I think people like Lard or CW Key, those kind of artists, I'm very sure it's quite a huge challenge for them to push out their content. They have to submit their works to publications and then get rejected maybe like 1 million times. Whereas when you do on Facebook or Instagram, you become the publisher yourself. Of course, there are some haters and some people will comment and critique you, but at the same time, you do not have to wait for anyone's approval to actually push something out there. So social media, in a way, has helped me tremendously in pushing out my content in its beginning stages. So as long as you remain consistent in pushing out your content, and definitely you'll be able to develop a following with no problem at all. I also posted it on my blog page, and then that's when agencies, blog agencies such as Ernest Ng came along, and they come and say, "Hey, we want to work with you. We can we can get you to work with brands." And then I think at that time I got my first advertorial job. And it was a pretty decent price for something on the side lah. My biggest achievement so far, I would say, is publishing 2 books so far. And actually the 3rd book is coming out because number 1, they managed to enter the bestsellers list. Number 2, as a kid, one of my dreams is to actually publish a book. And now I have 2, upcoming 3 under my belt. And a couple of my books are being translated into different languages as well. So I guess, I guess this my book career has been quite successful and I'm thankful for that. When I received the book deal, and I thought okay, I could go to work in the morning, then after that I would draw my cartoons at night. But then I realized it became very taxing. So I just you know what, I'll take a gamble and I just quit my job entirely and just focus on the book. For the next 6 months, I was just living on my savings. I had a plan now, of course, I didn't just bluntly quit it. To all aspiring content creators such as comic artists and video producers is that I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Be prepared for hell, because the initial first year will be the hardest. You have to survive the constant hate that you get and the constant criticism. Sometimes they're not constructive at all and people are just saying it to put you down. Just be really, really hardworking and be consistent in producing your content, and people will soon follow.